1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball on 103.7 FM, 1220, and online at KOFO.com. Pre-game coverage of OU Braves basketball is brought to you exclusively by Fusion Alley, with Primetime Grill coming soon, the newest destination location for family entertainment. It's always good, clean fun at Fusion Alley in South Ottawa. This OU Braves basketball broadcast is also brought to you by Sutton's Jewelry, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Quality Structures Incorporated, Advent Health Ottawa, Arvest Bank, and by Ottawa University, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Bank Midwest, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and Kramer Pharmacy. OU Braves basketball on KOFO is also brought to you by Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, the City of Ottawa, Great Life Golf and Fitness, and State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Now let's go courtside and join KOFO's Casey Weeder for Ottawa University Braves basketball.
Hello everyone and welcome to Wilson Fieldhouse. I'm Casey Weeder, joined by Bob Johnson as number 7 Ottawa looks to rebound against the Friends University Falcons. I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. Bob, Ottawa took a tough loss on Wednesday in a hostile environment, came down to the last second, weren't able to get a runner to go from Jaquan Daniels, who had a career-high 35. I know they lose the game on Wednesday, but in the KCAC, it's so difficult to win on the road. How important is it for Ottawa to rebound tonight?
Well, I think it's huge, Casey, because, number one, the error margin is very thin in this conference right now, and when you take a look at as things stand, with McPherson in second place, and along with, you've got Oklahoma Wesleyan in second place. You don't really have any tiebreakers right now. You're sitting at 13-4 apiece. You're going to have to continue to win. So a big game here against the team who's looking to come in and upset. 12-6 in conference is no slouch, and some real talent out here on the court for the Falcons also. 6 teams separated by 2 games, as Ottawa and Oklahoma Wesleyan tied at the top at 13-4. The Braves 19-4 overall. Friends comes into tonight 14-9, 12-6, and we heard from head coach Bruce State on the women's side how important it is to hold serve at home. It's just as important, if not more, on the men's side. Oh, absolutely, and even though that Ottawa picked up the big victory on the road earlier in the year, I think this team in the Falcons is a much different team than what it was back in December. They have an identity now. They kind of know what they want to do and how they want to do it. And I think Ottawa's in for a long haul here. But what's going to be key is Ottawa is going to have to get off to a good start. You cannot get into the same position you were on Wednesday night and think you're going to come back and win this one.
We'll take our first break on the Fusion Alley pregame show. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
Don't just watch the big game tomorrow. Make it an experience you'll never forget at the Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party. Tomorrow from 4 to close, enjoy $2 games or lane rental for only $15 an hour, and shoe rental is free. And what would a party be without food? Primetime Grill has you covered with half-price bone-in chicken wings and drink specials. Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party with the big game on 41 screens tomorrow from 4 to close at 2204 South Princeton Circle Drive in South Ottawa. More food, more drinks, and more fun than you'll have anywhere else. When it's game time, it's prime time.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Back here in Wilson Fieldhouse as we get set for Ottawa and Friends tipping off here at 6 o'clock. Braves come into tonight 19-4, 13-4 in the KCAC. They are tied with Oklahoma Wesleyan for first in the conference. 7 games left for the Braves. They enter tonight off that 75-74 loss. Ottawa shot the ball well under their season average at 38%. 34% from the three-point line, 68% from the free throw line. Ottawa did hit 10 threes, but Bob gave up 50 points in the first half, held Bethel to 25 in the second half, and I think you've got to try and take something from just giving up 25. in the second to even just have a chance to win that game late.
No, I completely agree with you. But again, you can't give up 50 in the first half here tonight. Yes, the positive is there that you were able to hold Bethel to just 25. But if you can play like that, you need to play like that all the time. You can't come out and wait till the last minute. You've got to start hot. You've got to start that way.
Ottawa was able to hold Bethel to 29% from the floor in the second half. Jaquan Daniels, a career-high 35, Bob, was the go-to for the Braves as Bethel decided they were going to double-team Darryl Bowie all night, force him into all kinds of turnovers. Only ended up with 10 points, and also the only Brave in double figures. A fantastic night from Jaquan Daniels, but a little worrying that no one else was able to step up and help him a little bit.
Well, Bethel's whole intent was to ugly that game up and pressure Ottawa. Ottawa didn't handle it well. They finally were able to figure things out in the second half and start getting some things going in a positive manner. The Braves have got to find a way to handle pressure, and when things aren't going your way, you've got to have a plan B. And sometimes I think that Ottawa does forget that plan B.
Coming back to Wilson Fieldhouse tonight, the Braves have won 3 straight and are averaging 93.6 points per game at home during that stretch, and defense allowing just 74.6. They laid 50-32 against St. Mary last Saturday. Of course, the atmosphere was just incredible here in this building for Mike Dugday. A little lighter crowd for sure than what we saw last week. Ottawa's going to have to create a little bit of energy in the building.
No, I completely agree with you on that one. I think you've got to get the energy, but student section still pretty decent here. You've got a lot of support from other athletes that are on the campus. But Casey, it's great to feed off the fans, but you've got to find a way to come out and play no matter where you're at without any issues like that or needing to feed off of somebody.
We'll take another break. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Don't just watch the big game tomorrow. Make it an experience you'll never forget at the Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party. Tomorrow from 4 to close, enjoy $2 games or lane rental for only $15 an hour, and shoe rental is free. And what would a party be without food? Primetime Grill has you covered with half-price bone-in chicken wings and drink specials. Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party with the big game on 41 screens tomorrow from 4 to close at 2204 South Princeton Circle Drive in South Ottawa. More food, more drinks, and more fun than you'll have anywhere else. When it's game time, it's prime time.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Welcome back as we got about 3 minutes until the national anthem and starting lineups. The Braves opponent tonight, Bob, Friends University 14-9, 12-6 in the KCAC. They sit in third place, game and a half out of first, enter on a 2-game winning streak. They dominated Tabor 84-64 on January 25th and Bethany on January 29th 87-67. They only led by 2 at the half in Lindsborg, but put them away, shooting 51% from the floor on the night, 45% from 3 and 84% from the free throw line. They're led by James Conley, their Division I transfer, scoring 21 points. He was 7 of 19. Zion Fralin, who has stepped up for this team, scored 16. Gabriel Coachman scored 11. Jared Murphy and June Murdoch had 10 apiece. This is a much different ball club, as we talked about earlier, from what Ottawa saw back in November, towards the end, or make that the beginning of December on the 5th, when Ottawa won that game 99-75. The biggest change for me is Friends has found some confidence from deep, and they've got more contribution, as we saw as 5 players go for double figures last week or on Wednesday.
Well, and that's something that, again, that Ottawa is going to have to kind of test the water, see what's going on, and play their game. Force Friends to play their game.
James Conley, Bob, 18 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a fourth a block per game. Leads in all categories for this team. Devontae Pack is the leader in rebounds at 4.7. Conley has had some massive games in this building. struggled all night down in Wichita in the first matchup. Braves had Jaquan Daniels on him the majority of the game, and by the time the game was really out of reach, didn't really need to do anything else. Daniels was all over him, the reigning KCC Defensive Player of the Week. How important is it for Daniels to try and keep Conley from getting open looks and getting confident again in this building?
I think it's huge. And we talked a little bit about that on Thursday night with Coach Aaron Siebenthal on the Pizza Time Hoop Talk show. Coach Siebenthal thinks that Jaquan Daniels is the best defender in conference, and he feels like that Jaquan's going to get the job done. And that's a lot of pressure, but the thing is, he has to get the job done tonight.
Exactly right, and he needs a little help in the scoring department, as the Braves only had 2 other players in double figures, Haskins with 12 and Bowie with 10 on Wednesday night. Looking back at that first matchup, Ottawa rolled from the beginning, jumped out to an early 11-point lead, rode that to a 99-75 win. Ottawa 62.5% from the floor, 54% from behind the arc, 81% from the free throw line. Braves bench outscoring Friends 59-26 in that matchup, as Ottawa really let it to break by 15 and just rode that wave. Gerald Bowie and Andre Jackson, 20 points apiece. Jaquan Daniels had a double-double, 11 points, 10 boards, also 3 assists and 2 blocks. Kyle Patrick finished with 12 and had 1 steal. And the getting up and going is going to be the key. Getting out on the fast break, something they struggled with on Wednesday night, to try and run Friends out of the building, as they just don't have the guards to hang.
That is going to be the key here, and Ottawa has to find a way to get it done early.
We'll go ahead and wrap up the pregame show when we come back. It's opening tip. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
Protect you and your family from the flu. Hi, this is Laura Hibberts, pharmacist at Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Did you know you can get your flu shot at Kramer Pharmacy at 134 South Main? The flu can be life-threatening to some young people or elderly. It's best to get the flu shot as soon as you can, so you're protected going into flu season. Covered by Medicare and most insurance. Get your flu shot today at Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, with convenient parking on Main Street or out back at Legacy Square. Call 242-2055 or visit kramerrx.com.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Marine tractor and small engine motor oil available at Napa Auto Parts, Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
Let's face it, auto insurance can be confusing. Do you know your comprehensive from your collision, your no-fault from liability, your premium from your deductible? After an accident is no time to find out that your definition of full coverage is actually different from what your policy says. Let local State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King explain auto insurance in terms you can understand.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
Welcome into Wilson Fieldhouse as number 7 Ottawa hosts the Friends University Falcons in a top 3 matchup in the KCAC. Ottawa coming in record of 19-4, 13-4 in the KCAC with a loss to Bethel on Wednesday. Dropped them into a tie with Oklahoma West at the top of the KCAC. For Friends, 14-9, 12-6. They've won 3 in a row after a win over Bethany on Wednesday night, 87-67. And we will get you the starting lineup for both teams here shortly as the numbers go up on the scoreboard. At guard, it'll be number 0, Jared Murphy, a 6'1 junior from Huntsville, Alabama, a transfer from Bacone College. At guard, number 3, James Conley, the 6'3 senior from Derby. He is a transfer from Oral Roberts University. At guard, number 5, Zion Fralin, a 6'2 junior from Wichita, Kansas. And at forward, number 23, Kate Dang, a 6'1 junior from Wichita, Kansas. And at center, number 35, Gabriel Coachman, a 6'5 senior from Sao Paulo, Brazil. for the Braves. Same lineup they've had over the last 5 matchups. At guard, number 0, Jaquan Daniels, a 6'4" junior from Columbus, Georgia. At guard, number 3, Matt Balde, a 6'1" senior from Olathe, Kansas. At guard, number 10, Ryan Haskins, a 5'10" senior from Osage City. At guard, number 31, Jackson Mallory, a 6'2" junior from Lawrence. And at forward, number 35, Mason McDowell, a 6'7" junior from Paola, Kansas. Bob, Ottawa gave up 25 points in the first 5 minutes against Bethel. If they do that tonight, they're going to see themselves on the end of another loss, and not with that number 1 next to the left. Starts on the defensive end.
Certainly does. They're going to have to have a performance all game long like they did in the second half against Bethel.
Braves wearing the white jerseys, white shorts, gold trim tonight. Friends in the red jerseys, red shorts, white on the bottom. Braves across the chest in gold, outline in black. Ottawa in a situation they haven't been in since early on in the season, as they are tied at the top of the KCAC. The last time they were in this position, they were able to run away with a win. That one was against Sterling on January 4th when Ottawa and Oklahoma Wesleyan were tied. Oklahoma Wesleyan did lose the next game to give Ottawa that 1-game lead. And Ottawa at one point had a 1.5-game lead, but Oklahoma Wesleyan has rolled since the win over the Braves back on January 15th. And the Braves are tied atop the KCAC, looking to win their 4th straight at home. They've outscored opponents 99-74 in that 3-game period, as Daniels will jump it up against Coachman to get us started. And winning it will be Coachman into the backcourt. Tracking it down is Murphy. They've moved Conley out to the wing. He's usually their point guard, Bob. We'll see how that changes here as Vang has it. They'll swing it left side, Coachman. Murphy left wing. They're going to post up down low. Working on inside is Fralin. Floater's good from 4 feet.
Well, you know, Coach Faber is a stalwart in this conference, and he is not going to come into this game without a plan, and he has got off to a good start here.
That's putting it mildly, Bob. He is fantastic at making adjustments the second time through. Three-pointer for McDowell. Rims out. Rebound for Prince. Going the other way is Murphy. Pick and roll with Fralin. Again, they're trying to post him up. Ottawa switches. Coachman, top of the key, left side out to Conley. Off the screen, they'll go to Vang. 19-10 left first half, 2-0 Sprint. Pass left side to Murphy. Thought about the step back. Instead, he works to the wing. In the corner, it'll go Tate Vang. Down low, they'll go to Coachman. Spinning baseline. Coachman all the way to the basket, scores on McDowell. And Coachman led 11 on Wednesday. If he starts getting into double figures, this team is so dangerous.
Well, good job there being patient.
Scoring on, not able to score, excuse me, is Haskins from 3 feet. Great find from McDowell, but Ottawa can't score. 4-0 the lead for Friends. 18:40 left in the first half. Floater in the lane from Coachman's no good. Rebound by McDowell. Braves down 4-0. Balde, left side Daniels, as they're able to get back defensively. Balde guarded by Coachman. Big mismatch down low. Balde to the rim, takes the contact, loses the basketball, and falling out of bounds is going to be Murphy. It'll stay with the Braves with 18:21 on the game clock.
Ottawa catches a break there. The Falcons right now starting out on with a 4-0 lead. Ottawa has got to find a way to get their offense going and to find some play on the defensive side to go their way.
Ottawa 0 for 2 from the field. Friends 2 of 3. They do reset the shot clock all the way back to 30. Lob down low to McDowell. Backdoor cut finds Daniels. But 2 defenders go by him. Layup's good. And Ottawa on the board, trailing 4-2. 18:07 left in the first half.
Smart play there by Daniels, as he was able to wait.
Coach was going to be called for the travel, Bob. Sorry to cut you off there. As he was in the lane trying to back in on McDowell, and too many pump fakes.
So good job there for Ottawa, forcing a turnover.
Braves trail 4-2, 17:53 in the first half. They're going to post up Balde. Down low on Fralin. Coming off the screen is Haskins. Right side McDowell, another 3 from straightaway. This time he connects. And Ottawa goes up 5-4.
When you got a big man who can drain it from downtown, you are a dangerous, dangerous team. Falcons are going to have to be aware of that.
First 3 for Ottawa on the night. They were 0-2 to that point. Fralin might have traveled. Lots of jab steps. Gets to the free throw line. All the way to the basket. Shots deflected, but an offensive rebound for Coachman. They'll kick it out to Conley. Conley left open for a three. It's in and out. Rebound, and an over the back will be called as McDowell had it knocked out of his arms by Coachman. That'll be his first personal, first team foul on the Falcons.
Been a good job by this Brave squad to not get flustered and not allow Falcons to jump out to a big lead like what happened on Wednesday night.
A lot of contact, the length of the floor between Murphy and Mallory. Backdoor cut, he was looking for Balde, never saw it, and he throws it out of bounds.
A lot of mustard on that pass. Balde just couldn't come up with it. But you got to like what you see there.
And you'd like to see the starters get some confidence, Bob. During that 5-minute period, the starters were on the floor to start the game, and then Bethel went on a run late in the second half against the starters. They're looking for some cohesion in that starting five and some output offensively as well. Murphy guarded by Haskins. They're going to try and post up Fralin. Balde fronts them. Instead, they lob it down low, throw it out of bounds. Coachman, not really what you want from your center, having to throw a lob pass from 15 feet.
No, centers aren't really known to be the most accurate finesse passers out there on the basketball court.
Back-to-back turnovers here by both teams on the last couple possessions. Mallory dribbles to the short corner, kicks it up top to McDowell. Screen will find it to Daniels on the wing at career-high 35. He cuts, works inside, jump stop, trying to score through the contact. No whistle. Only one foul called in our first 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Bang inside, pass goes through his hands, and somehow finds Murphy, and a whistle and a foul called on Ottawa. And that's going to go on Daniels, his first.
Not able to see what went on down here in the near corner between the officials, the coaching staff, and the players' bench. But the Falcons will restart baseline underneath their basket, down by one. Ottawa's got to find a way to force a turnover here, or at least make the Falcons work for it.
June Murdoch into the game for Friends. He was trying to find his partner checking in, Shakur, and it goes right through his hands. Haskins gets the steal. Mallory, left wing, McDowell into the lane, kicks it in the corner, where he finds Mallory again in the short corner. Lob down low to McDowell, he'll face up. Bowie heads to the score table for Ottawa. Backdoor cut finds Daniels, layup's good. And I can't tell you how difficult of a pass that is, throwing it to the other side of the court with a guy cutting to the basket.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great pass, but a great job by Daniels to read the defense and find the opening and put in the easy deuce.
Bang, leaves it inside Shakur, easy layup. He went over the top of Haskins.
McDowell committed himself. No one was there to bail him out, and the Falcons are within one.
7-6 Braves, and Conley able to save it from going out of bounds. He'll kick it right side as it ends up in the hands of Mallory for Ottawa. In the corner, Haskins for three. Ring it up. That's three for Ryan. And the Braves go up by 4, 10-6.
If Ottawa can get hot from behind the arc, they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Shakur gets an offensive rebound, another opportunity. They'll reset as unable to score was Fralin from 4 feet. Conley going on Balde. In the lane, floater from Conley's good.
Beautiful high arcing floater from just a few feet into the basket. Easily able to beat McDowell, but McDowell, I think, is gassed.
Yeah, they've got a sub coming in for him with Patrick. Jackson also heads to the scorer's table along with Bowie. Backdoor cut finds Haskins. Haskins in the lane takes the contact. He's fouled by Tate Bang. And again, a beautiful backdoor pass from Mason McDowell.
Great job there, finding the cut, getting the pass. Great job there by Ryan Haskins to force the issue inside the paint.
For those watching the stream or listening tonight, if you're a big man, and as soon as you have the basketball and you pick it up, get those eyes up. A lot of times everyone keeps looking for the dribble, watching their hand. Mason McDowell always does a good job of peeking over his back shoulder and just having an idea where everyone is on the floor, which allows him to distribute the basket.
First free throw is good.
Subs for the Braves. Into the game, Daryl Bowie, 5'10" senior from Rome, Georgia. Also in number 5, Andre Jackson, the 6'3" junior from Turner, Kansas. And the senior Kyle Patrick, a 6'7" forward from Hutchinson, Kansas.
Haskins, a 77% free throw shooter, hit the second.
Devontae Pack checks in. Shakur got the lob inside, couldn't finish it. Kicks out to Pack for 3, shots no good. Rebound by Ottawa. Pass left side, Daniel. Three-pointer from him on the wing. That's long. Ball's loose, and then a whistle and a foul called on the Braves. 90 feet from the basket.
Not a good foul there, but good effort trying to get the rebound.
14:20 left first half, 12-8 Braves over the Falcons from Friends University. June Murdoch takes over at point guard. For those that say, hey, that name sounds familiar, Jordan Murdoch, the brother, one of the best scorers you've seen in the KCAC. As his brother comes to Friends as a true freshman, is already putting up double figures early on, can shoot it, plays good defense. Ottawa almost gets the steal instead. Conley takes it away, gets in the short corner, works back to the top of the key where he finds Devontae Pack. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and they're going to call a foul on Daniels. His second personal, and that is huge.
That is a big foul right there, Casey.
That's his second. Third team foul on the Braves. 13:57 to go first half, and Ottawa going to gamble here and keep Daniels on the floor. Conley left wing. Pick and roll with him. Pass left side into the hands of Pack. Pack goes baseline, leaves it inside for Shakur. He can't get it to go. Offensive rebound again for Pack. Putback's no good. Ball through the hands of Daniels, and he'll finally grab it. But Friends making a concerted effort to get on the offensive glass. Patrick on the other end for a three. He'll bury it.
Huge, huge, huge. You send that lead to 7, but again, you're going to force the Falcons to have to come out, which is going to open up underneath.
And Ottawa gets the steal. Bowie and Patrick combine for it. Here comes Darrell. Pass inside. He'll kick it left side to Jackson. In the corner, Haskins for 3. It's short. Rebound by Murdoch for Friends. Going the other way to Conley. Right wing. Steps into a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound short. Ball's loose. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Friends anyways. Haskins ends up on the floor.
Well, flying body press coming in from a double team on Haskins, but ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Braves basketball when we return. Checking in for Ottawa, though, is going to be Joe Johnson III, the 5'8" junior from Waynesville, Missouri, as he'll lead the offense across the court. Ottawa's got to continue with their hot shooting, Casey. Right now, 45%.
7-point lead for the Braves, their largest of the first half. Patrick guarded by Shakur. Bowie on the left wing trying to post up. They'll go to Jackson. They're going to clear out for him. Backing in. Kick it up top to Johnson. Right side Patrick. Back to Johnson. Thought about the 3. Gets by Murdoch. Has it ripped away. And a foul will be called on Friends. As that's going to go on Bryant Rogers, number 21, the 6'5" junior from Kansas City, Kansas. Played at Piper.
So Ottawa will reset. They'll get 20 on the shot clock here. But they were really working to try to get inside. Let's see if they continue to do that again.
Jackson fadeaway goes over the top of Shakur. That is a tough shot over the big man as Shakur goes 6'9". Transfer from Cowley Community College. They're going to dribble handoff with Murdoch. He'll be guarded by Bowie. Murdoch in the lane, leaves it inside for Shakur. Ball's on the floor, and then a foul will be called on Ottawa and Darrell Bowie as he was taking the ball away and going to the other end of the floor. And the officials right now really asking for Rogers. Back up top it'll go into the hands of Fralin. Three-pointer on the way is going to go. It's going to end up being a 2. 15-10 Braves. Johnson the third in transition. Leaves it with Patrick, top of the key. Works to the left wing into the hands of Jackson. Jackson attacks, kicks it to Bowie. Right corner, open 3. It's long, and Bowie had a rough night on Wednesday shooting the ball. Like to see him get in a rhythm. To the other end for the Falcons is Devontae Pack. They're going to lob it inside to Fralin, backing in on ball day. Pass is going to be tipped and stolen by Joe Johnson. The third. Braves will go the other way with it. Pass corner to Bowie. Bowie attacking, loses the handle. He gets it to ball day, and a foul will be called as Shakur got the block, but got the body as well, and he's asking for a sub.
Well, a great job there. Even though Bowie loses the handle, he was able to get enough of it over to where it could be picked up by Balde. He's going to be fouled, so he goes to the line, and he's going to shoot a pair.
This is a Falcons team, Bob, that isn't very deep. A lot of guys already hands on hips, hands on knees. Something that Ottawa has used to their advantage for teams that only play 8, 9, 10 guys. And they play their starters upwards of, some cases, for the Falcons, guys playing upwards of 32 minutes in the case of James Conley. Devontae Pack, 23. Fralin, 25. Ottawa's leading minutes getter is Jaquan Daniels at 28. Everyone else sits around 22 or 23.
Balde was 1 of 2 from the free throw line right there. Makes the lead 6 for Ottawa, 16-10 with 11:29 to go in this half.
Pack asking for a screen. Bowie's already got one foul, has to be careful. The officials have been pretty quick with the whistle early on. Pack, double team, trying to go to Coachman, trying to step through, and a foul will be called on Ottawa.
Well, they may try for a jump ball here, and
it goes on Bowie. As he picks up his second, and that is the 5th team foul on Ottawa. And Bowie visually frustrated right now, and I can't blame him or Daniel.
Braves fans not happy about that call either.
Lob all the way into the backcourt to Pack, and then he leaves it with Murphy. Murphy directs traffic on the volleyball lines, looking right side to Rogers. Guarded by Jackson. We'll kick it up top, Coachman. They'll let him do whatever he wants from 25 feet. Murphy on the handoff. Little dish outside Rogers for a three. It's off the mark. Rebound by Balde. Able to take it away from the two big men in Ottawa out in transition. Pass left side is going to be tipped out of bounds by Friends. I feel like Balde might have been better to try and take it to the basket with the big men trailing from behind for Friends.
I would agree with you there, Casey.
Patrick inside, beautiful look, no one paying attention for Friends, and a lay-in for Balde on the back door.
Friends absolutely caught flat-footed right there. Huge mistake, and Ottawa takes advantage.
8-point lead for Ottawa, largest lead of the first half. Pass left side, Rogers, guarded by Mallory. Back up top it goes Murdoch, guarded by Jackson, passes tipped. Johnson third almost takes it away, but it ends up in the hands of Pack. Pack baseline, inside it goes Coachman off the glass will score with the right hand.
Good job there by the Falcons to get what they wanted as they get it inside. Coachman able.
Johnson the third turns it over as it goes off his foot out of bounds. Into the game for the Braves will be Mason McDowell, but I know Ottawa wants to try and pick up the pace, but when it's a game like this is playing into the hands of the Falcons as they want to try and use some clock. They want it to be in that 60 to 70 range. Ottawa wants to go 90 to 100.
Yeah, a little sloppy play right now by Ottawa.
They're going to run a screen here for Murdoch. Pick and roll. Beautiful pass to Coachman. He'll score, and he has had himself a first half. He's got 6.
Ottawa absolutely bid on that one.
McDowell looking left wing Jackson. Crossover dribble works on Rogers. Hand off to Mallory. In the corner goes Johnson the third. Pick and roll coming with McDowell. Johnson the third steps back. Three-pointer for him on the wing is long. Rebound by the French Falcons. Going in transition, Devontae Pack. Works left side. Murdoch wide open three. No one out there. He knocks it down. And timeout by Ottawa. As their lead has been cut down to 1, 18-17 with 9:36 to go in our first half. 30-second break. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
Great Life Golf and Fitness is a proud supporter of OU Braves basketball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness facility in downtown Ottawa is accessible 24 hours a day. Find out more by visiting greatlifegolf.com. Proud to be your golf and fitness community partner, Great Life Golf and Fitness.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know that experience matters on the field and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
Friends in the middle of a 7-0 run. This is something that head coach Aaron Stevensall talks a lot about. When shots aren't going down for this team, they tend to slack off a little bit on defense. And over the last 3 possessions, Braves haven't got a good look. They didn't finish. And all 3 possessions coming to the other end, Friends got open looks.
Well, it is a mental game. You can't allow yourself to get down and start doubting yourself. But the other part of it is you got to find a way to take better shots.
McDowell with 15 on the shot clock, working right wing, spins baseline. Still kick it up top to Mallory. Back to McDowell. Another step back three for Mace. No good. Rebound by Friends. Murphy. Crossover dribble. Friends led by as many as 4 early on. An offensive foul will be called on Coachman for the push-off on Bowie. As him and Daniels return for the Braves.
Each team now with 5 fouls here in the half.
Shakur and Conley return for the Falcons. And we talk about the whistle here early on. 10 total fouls already, and we've only played just over 10 minutes.
Well, and that is a problem because you're not allowing anybody to get into a rhythm, and people are going to be afraid to play their game.
Daniels between the circles, leaves it with Haskins as Ottawa runs the dribble weave. Leaves it with Bowie. He'll be guarded by Murphy. As they're able to read the play, Haskins trying to come off a screen. Lots of contact. 10 on the shot clock. And Ottawa's going to have to go pick and roll here with Bowie and McDowell. Bowie, a little hesitation, goes by Shakur. Shot's blocked, throws it back out to McDowell. Ottawa's got to get a shot. It's stolen. Here's Daniels from deep. It hits the rim. Long rebound will go into the hands of Friends and Murphy, and then a reach-in foul will be called on Ottawa as it goes on McDowell. 16th foul on the Braves. First personal on Mason McDowell.
The one thing that Coach Stephenthal right now is talking to the officials is he doesn't mind the whistles being blown if there's a foul, but they're not being consistent in what they're calling.
Another three for Murdoch. No good, but Friends gets the offensive rebound. Pack left side to Conley. Conley crossover dribble trying to go by Jaquan Daniels, who scored. Friends on a 9-0 run. Lead 19-18.
Beautiful bucket right there. And slicing through with Conley, he was able to get over McDowell and lay it in.
Whistle and a foul called on Friends. As going.
That's going to be on Murphy.
That's his first personal 16 foul on the Falcons.
Murphy from Huntsville, Alabama, the Bacone College transfer.
Gonna lob it down low to McDowell. He works on Shakur. McDowell trying to go up. He's hit on the arm, no whistle. It's an air ball. And Shakur definitely caught him. You can hear it from here. Conley, guarded by Haskins. They're going to try and clear out. Instead, they'll leave it with Murdoch on the wing. Murdoch in the lane, takes the contact, floats, and scores with the left hand. 11-0 run for Fred.
Great finesse shot there by Murdoch. He was able to get it over the big man, and now it's a three-point lead for the Falcons. Ottawa's got to be patient, find their shot.
Backdoor cut, Daniels layup good on the bounce pass from McDowell. Right now they are playing as tight of man-to-man as you can play. Ottawa's going to have those backdoor cuts because there's no backside help.
Well, and that's exactly what you're going to have to do. Take advantage of it, force the Falcons to make a change defensively.
Murdoch floater from 4, rebounds there for Shakur. He gets it back, they'll kick it back up top. Three-pointer on the way, good. And right now the offensive boards are being controlled by the Falcons. That's the 5th offensive rebound. They tie their largest lead of the game at 24-20 with 7 minutes left in the first.
Fralin was left wide open. The Braves were all compact down into the paint.
And a whistle and a foul will be called on Shakur. Shakur picking up his second personal. So he'll check out of this game. Tate Bang returns, as does Devontae Pack.
McDowell from the free throw line, 72%, as he's got the front end of the bonus coming up. 18 of 25 so far this year.
Free throw for McDowell, gonna go. Junior from Paola. Averages 8 points, 5 rebounds a game. He's got 4 in our first half. And that ends that 11-0 Friends run. Second on the way for McDowell is good as well, and Ottawa within 2 at 24-22. 6:57 left in the first half.
Kyle Patrick will come in for Ottawa as McDowell will take a seat. Braves defense.
Bob, the rebounds right now in favor of Friends, 16-6.
Yeah, that you can't have that.
Pack inside all the way to the basket. No one there to stop him. Goes right by Patrick. And an easy layup on the other end. Friends at 50% from the floor.
And it's those kind of defensive mistakes you cannot have.
Bowie looking to go by Murdoch. Double clutch scores. And once he turns the corner, not a lot of players in this conference are going to stop Gerald Bowie. Here comes Devontae Pack. His layup's not going to go. Rebound by Daniels. Ottawa has numbers going the other way. Pass down low, finds Haskins. Had Patrick picked up his dribble. Patrick looking left side, finds Daniels. Crossover, gets in the lane, steps through, a whistle, and a foul will be called on Friends.
Boy, I don't know. It could
have been a travel.
Could have been a travel on that one there.
Goes on Zion Fralin. His first personal 18th foul, and Daniels will shoot the 1-and-1. Quan with 6 points on the night, coming off that 35-point performance on Wednesday.
Jaquan Daniels, a 66% free throw shooter, 50 of 76.
Free throws no good as Conley will get the rebound. Pack inside, kicks it right side. Conley looking to work back to the middle of the floor. They'll step back. Conley for 3 on the way, good, and he's starting to heat up.
Falcons now have hit 3 of 8.
Ottawa 3 of 10. 29-24. Friends with the lead over the Braves. Bowie guarded by Murdoch, gets in the lane, sits it in the corner to Mallory. Down low, they'll go to Patrick. He'll post up on Vang. Still backing in is Kyle Patrick. Working on Vang, working inside is Kyle Patrick. He's hit on the arm and he'll shoot two. And just a size mismatch there, and Friends didn't bring any backside help.
No, a good job there by Patrick to finally take the momentum and try to do something with it here.
Braves down by 5, and it has been tough sledding offensively. Ottawa 8 of 21 from the field. First free throw good for Kyle Patrick, the senior from Hutchinson.
Patrick is 1 of 1 now tonight from the free throw line, but overall he is perfect on the season, but just 9 attempts before that one, and now he hits the second.
Braves down by 3, 29-26, and Ottawa going into a 1-2-2 trap, the length of the floor. Long pass the other way, they'll find Devontae Pack. Lob backside to Vang, he'll score. Good finish from Tate Vang to lay it in.
Braves defensively, not much you can do on that one.
Bowie working inside on Murdoch. It doesn't go with the finger roll. And a rebound by the Falcons, and Ottawa slow getting back on defense. Layup's no good. Getting a piece of it was Patrick. Rebound by Daniels. Daniels in transition, works on Vang, loses the handle, gets it back, takes the contact. He won't score, but 2 free throws upcoming for Jaquan Daniels, and some fancy footwork and dribbling there from the junior in Georgia.
Impressive right there by Daniels, and that's why he is such an important part to this team, as he's able to get around double teams, keep the dribble.
10 team fouls on the Falcons. Ottawa will be in the double bonus for the remainder of the half. Daniels free throw good. Braves get within 4.
Coach Faber not happy with that call whatsoever for the Falcons.
That's the second personal on Traylon. Also with 2 is Tate Vang. And they will take Braylon out of the ball game. And for the first time tonight will be Braden Larkham, 5'10" junior from Eureka, Kansas, transfer from Northeastern State. Had some big minutes in that first matchup against Ottawa. The game was well in hand, but he came in and hit some threes for the Falcons. Ottawa has to make sure they get a hand in his face.
Andre Jackson now in, the 6'3" junior from Turner, Kansas. Highland Community College transfer.
And he'll have to pick up Conley on the defensive end. A tough task. Pack leaves it inside. They'll kick it corner. Wide open 3 again for Murdoch. This time he won't connect. But Ottawa cannot continue to give him open look.
Absolutely not. Miscommunication defensively there. Braves have got to do better.
Jackson left wing for the Braves. They'll leave it with Haskins on the handoff. Haskins left alone. Attack takes the contact. He's going to shoot 2. As Zhang was late to come back with the help defense, and he's pleading his case with the officials, but he picks up his 3rd. And Haskins to the line for 2 more. Braves are 8 of 10 from the foul line. Friends has not shot any.
Haskins already 2 of 2 tonight from the free throw line. And he'll hit that first one. Haskins, a senior from Osage City, Kansas, brings a lot of leadership to this Braves team. And I think sometimes a quiet leader for Ottawa, but
well, he's kind of made the decision over the last 4 or 5 games that he's going to get to the bucket. Even with his size, he has broad shoulders, thick kid that allows him to get that inside position, and we saw that on display in the night he scored 30. Braves down by 1, as they were trailing by as many as 4, and they've cut it down to just 1. Pack guarded by Kyle Patrick. Pack floater in the lane, banks in. That is about as good as defense you can play, and Pack able to score on the floater.
Nothing you can do on that one.
Patrick left side finds Haskins, guarded left side. They'll pick it to Johnson III. Going baseline is Joe Johnson. Leaves it inside Andre Jackson. Ball's loose on the floor, and Friends will take it and go the other way. And Jackson just never saw it. It hit him right in the chest.
Kind of rushed that pass there, a little
layup inside, and a foul called on Ottawa. As Murphy able to go put the ball in the dribble from the left wing and find his way to the right block. And all that Kyle Patrick could do is foul him, and to the free throw line go the Falcons.
Jarrett Murphy's a 77% free throw shooter, 26 of 34. As he'll go to the line to shoot the first one. He'll hit it off the back iron.
First time tonight we'll see Lucas Zeman, the 6'8" junior from Los Angeles, California. Zeman did not play against Bethel on Wednesday night. Big opportunity for him. Been trying to get some minutes on this team. He can contribute by getting some rebounds right now. That is what Ottawa needs, and at least challenging some of these looks from inside 10 feet.
Second free throw for Murphy is good.
Friends up to 4 again. That ties their largest lead of the half at 34-30. 3:48 left in our first half. Friends going into his own. Mallory, right side, Johnson the third. Back to Mallory, now Johnson. Down low, they'll go to Jackson. To Zeman in the short corner. He takes the jumper. It's short. Rebound by the Falcons, and they will kick it out to Murphy. Murphy right side, guarded by Haskins. Goes baseline. No help there. They'll kick it in the corner. Back up top, it goes June Murdoch. Right side, Conley, guarded by Zeman. They're going to clear out for him. He steps through, and a whistle and a foul called on Ottawa. As Conley looked like he stepped through and picked up that pivot foot before the ball actually was put on the floor. That's what head coach Aaron Siebenthal was giving a nice demonstration of to our right.
Good moves by Aaron Siebenthal there. Quick-footed.
Good feet.
Quick feet right there.
Free throw for Conley. He misses. Not often we see James Conley miss a free throw. Ottawa gets a big break. They still trail by 4, 34-30. Right now, Ottawa doesn't have a whole lot of three-point shooters, and they're trying to pack it in, are the Falcons. Zeman in the short corner, back out to Haskins. Skip pass finds Joe Johnson III. It's well off the mark. Ball's loose. Haskins sits it to Jackson. Zeman's layup good in the foul as Lucas Zeman scores his first 2 points as an Ottawa University Brave. And those are 2 big ones.
Great job by Haskins to see the rebound come out, tip it, and then get the ball to Zeman, who's going to go to the line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play and try to bring the Braves within 1.
Zeman will shoot his first free throw of the season. And it's not going to go. Rebound picked up, though, by Andre Jackson. Leaves it in the corner for Haskins. Steps into an 18-footer. It's short. Rebound by the Falcons as Ottawa down to 34% from the floor. Braves trail by 2, 34-32. 2:45 left in the first half. Working the right side is Larkham. Into the hands of Pack. Finds Murphy. Murphy guarded by Mallory. They'll go to the middle of the floor as Zeman is actually going to guard Conley. Murdoch guarding, now guarded by Zeman, coming off the screen to Larkham. Murdoch in the lane, kicks it in the corner, wide open look, and three-pointer's good, and right now the ball movement is catching Ottawa sleeping.
Jackson Mallory was left close into the paint, left the shooter wide open, and the Falcons make the Braves pay on that one.
37-32, Friends, 2:10 to go in the half, and the Falcons have made 4 threes at 4 of 10. Backdoor corner pass finds Joe Johnson. Jackson picks up his dribble, and a whistle and a foul called down low on the Falcons will send Ottawa back to the free throw line as the Braves are in the double bonus.
I believe they called that one on Murphy, but it may have been on Conley.
Second personal on Murphy.
It was on Conley, actually, as the first free throw will fall for Andre Jackson. Coming into the game before that free throw, Andre 72% from the free throw line.
Second on the way, good for Daniels, and Ottawa within 3 at 37-34, 2:03 to go in the half. Murphy leaves it with Murdoch as Zeman will guard him. Coming off the screen, Murdoch picks up the dribble, finds Conley at the elbow. Back up top, it'll go to Murphy, left side to Pack. Guarded by Zeman, looking to work inside on Zeman. They'll kick it right side to Conley. Conley with Murdoch, wide open 3 straight away. Long rebound. Of course, Friends comes away with it, kicks it out to Conley. Back to Pack. Pack in the lane, kicks it left side. Three-pointer on the way for the Falcons is long. Rebound by Haskins for the Braves. Haskins in transition. Gets by one defender, looks to get in the lane. Kicks it up top to Zeman. Pass left side, Jackson. Back to Zeman. Right side, Johnson III. Mallory finds himself open. They'll kick it in the corner. Jackson shoots an uncontested 3. It's in and out. Zeman had the rebound, and a whistle and a foul called on Friends on the push-off on Lucas Zeman. But Ottawa getting a good look. 7 passes on that possession. That 3 halfway down, but Zeman coming in and making an instant impact here on the board.
They're going to call that foul on Braden Larkham, his first. And yeah, you got to like the way that they were moving the ball, and that's something that Ottawa has to continue to do. Ball movement gets you the shots you want as Zeman hits his first free throw. He's now 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and it brings the Braves within 2. But Casey, you've got to like what you see here in this first half from Ottawa. Definitely not a repeat from Wednesday night. as the second free throw tickles the twine. And now Ottawa within one with a minute 14 to go.
Braves have been to the foul line 18 times, where they have made 15 of them. 109 left in the half. Braves within one at 37-36. Murdoch drives on Zeman, and Zeman will be called for the foul. The officials this first half love the whistle.
The officials are calling more contact here than what gets called at a 7th grade dance, man.
Murdoch to the line will shoot the 1-and-1. That is the 9th team foul. June Murdoch, a freshman from Wichita, Kansas, played at Wichita Southeast, the home of Clarence and Donald Anderson, as well as Dexter Hayes. So for those that follow Ottawa University football, high school has given us a lot of great players over the years. Murdoch's second is good.
82% free throw shooter, and you can see why. He has a pretty good, he's got pretty good form there from the free throw line.
3-point lead again for the Falcons. 1:04 left in the first half. Mallory into the front court, guarded by Murphy. Crossover dribble by Mallory, right wing pass to Haskins. Off the screen, they find Zeman from the top of the key. Johnson the third out on the left wing. Pick and roll with Zeman. Left side, Mallory steps into a three. It's going to be well short. Haskins there with the offensive rebound, though, and the putback.
Good instinct there by Haskins to see that was not going to fall, be right where he needed to be to pick it up and get the easy deuce.
Murphy guarded by Jackson, gets in the lane, has his shot blocked, and we're going to have a jump ball. That'll give Ottawa possession.
Great job there defensively. Get your hand on the ball just long enough for the officials to blow the whistle. Now you've got the final possession of the half and a chance to maybe take that lead going into the halftime.
Lucas Zeman getting a standing ovation from his teammates to our right for his effort coming off the bench to score 4 points. Apologies make it 5 points for him. Ottawa can hold for the final shot, down by 1, 39-38, and Mallory will just hold it near midcourt, guarded by Murphy. 13 seconds remain in the half. Mallory looking to run the offense. Screen coming from Patrick. They'll leave it left side. Kyle, step back three-pointer on the way as well, short. Haskins gets the rebound, has it knocked out of his hands, and that'll do it for our first half as Ottawa will go into the break down 1, 39-38 to Friends. We'll take a break. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
Don't just watch the big game tomorrow. Make it an experience you'll never forget at the Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party. Tomorrow from 4 to close, enjoy $2 games or lane rental for only $15 an hour, and shoe rental is free. And what would a party be without food? Primetime Grill has you covered with half-price bone-in chicken wings and drink specials. Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party with the big game on 41 screens tomorrow from 4 to close at 2204 South Princeton Circle Drive in South Ottawa. More food, more drinks, and more fun than you'll have anywhere else. When it's game time, it's prime time.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu. Pick up the best-selling rechargeable 10-watt flashlight at Napa Auto Parts, Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
It's time for some straight talk. It's tax refund time, and the big wireless companies play a game where they lure you in with a phone deal that locks you into a pricey contract. Don't play. With Straight Talk Wireless, get a Samsung Galaxy A10e for just $99, all on America's best networks for up to half the cost. No contract. Make that tax time money win all year long. Straight Talk Wireless only at Walmart.
Savings may vary. See straighttalk.com.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe to the Ottawa Herald for their sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $31.13 plus tax, including internet access. Or get online for only $9.22 a month plus tax. Call 242-4700 or visit ottawaherald.com.
Great Life Golf and Fitness is a proud supporter of OU Braves basketball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness facility in downtown Ottawa is accessible 24 hours a day. Find out more by visiting greatlifegolf.com. Proud to be your golf and fitness community partner, Great Life Golf and Fitness.
Welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse as Friends leads Ottawa at the break 39-38. Ottawa jumped out to an early lead. They were up by as many as 7 in the first half. My apologies, make that 8 in the first half, but Friends went on an 11-0 run. They led by as many as 4. Braves battled back to get it within 1 before the break, but Bob, not an ideal first half offensively for the Braves as they shoot just 33%. And coming into tonight, the Braves shoot the basketball at over 48%. So shots not dropping at home. Got to find a way to get on the boards, and Friends has took advantage on the glass as well.
Well, I think Friends is maybe trying to take the same page out of the book that Bethel put out there on Wednesday night. Muddy the waters up just a little bit. Make it tough for Ottawa to get some good shots, get some good looks. And that's what they've done so far, as the Falcons themselves shooting 50% from the floor. This Braves defense, even though they only allowed 39 points in the first half, Falcons made every one of their shots count, being 16 of 32 from the floor.
We'll take a break. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Napa Know-How is a knowledgeable and friendly staff serving you in Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
This is Eric Price, funeral director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
If you like pina coladas and getting
Spilled your pina colada? Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills and messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent than the leading ordinary brand, so you can get back to getting caught in the rain. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The Big Hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a legit product. The key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance.
Man, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text BODY to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix samples are not available in stores, so text BODY to 42424 right now. Text BODY to 42424. That's BODY to 42424.
Leads it at the half, 39-38 over the Braves. And give Friends credit, Bob. 16 of 32 from the field on the night, 4 of 12 from 3. They come into the evening at 45% from the floor. That's one of the best in the conference, 35% from 3. They knocked out about 7 a contest, so they're right around their average. But 16 of 32, 20 of those coming into the paint. A lot of drive and dish opportunities as Ottawa just really not protecting the lane at all.
No, and my friend's doing a great job with the ball movement, drawing the defense of Ottawa out of position and getting those open, easy buckets inside the paint. As you mentioned there, Casey, I mean, really, the difference in the ball game right now is between the rebounds and the points in the paint.
Friends 4 of 12 from 3, just 3 of 5 from the foul line, leading the way for the Falcons in the first half. It was a slew of players. June Murdoch and James Conley both with 7. James Conley, 6 rebounds, all defensive in that first half. 1 steal in 15 minutes. Murdoch added a rebound and 2 assists. They have 8 assists on 16 made baskets. Ottawa 7 assists on 10 made buckets. You talk about the distribution. It's been there all night so far. Gabriel Coachman, 6 points and a rebound. Tate Bang, 4 points. Zion Fralin with 5. Jared Murphy with 4 for the Falcons. They out-rebound Ottawa 22-16 as they had 6 offensive rebounds. Braves ended up with 5 offensive boards. But Ottawa just early on, shots weren't dropping for Friends, but the second and third opportunities that led to 7 second-chance points is where Friends was able to get comfortable in that first half.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. And really part of another issue for Ottawa was early foul trouble Jaquan Daniels and Darrell Bowie got into. Those are two players that you expect for this Braves team to put some points up and to lead your offense. And right now, they had a hard time getting things going, although Jaquan was 8 points in that first half, but Darrell with just 2. And that is unlike Darrell. But the question is, now as the conference started to figure him out a little bit and change some things defensively, we mentioned in that first half, Coach Faber wasn't going to come into this one without some strategy after watching a lot of film.
Darrell Bowie just 2 points in the half, Bob, and finishing 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, just played 7 minutes as he picked up those 2 fouls. Jaquan Daniels leading the way, Ryan Haskins leading the way, 9 points, 2 boards, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and the free throw line, the saving grace for the Braves is Ottawa 15 of 18 from the foul line, and were able to get in the double bonus early on and at least managed to find themselves only down 1 at this juncture, considering how well Friends shot the ball.
Well, that's not going to be the case in the second half. Those things begin to even themselves out. I would imagine that Friends is going to get their fair share here in the second half. But if you're Ottawa, you've got to continue to force the issue, continue to get those fouls on the Falcons. And Casey, I think a point that you brought up that's really big is the Falcons are not very deep. And if you continue to bring that pressure, do you wear out the Falcons so that once you start into the latter stages of the ball game, where you're able, if you're close, you're able to finally get that lead and hold on to it?
And I think you got to push the pace a little bit. Friends with 3 fast break points in the first half. Down in Wichita, Ottawa dominated fast break points all night. They have several big men on this team with good size. You look at Coachman and Shakur, both big men, but don't run the floor particularly well. Even on makes, Ottawa's got to try and work the ball up the floor in 1 or 2 passes to get into the front court. What they're doing to offset that is have Murphy guard Mallory and guard Bowie the entire length of the floor. This is something Bethel did on Wednesday to slow the pace of the game, maybe have someone else bring the ball up the floor, or maybe try and get someone near midcourt to throw that inbounds to.
I wouldn't disagree with that at all. I think everything should be on the table here coming up in the second half. This is a big game for Ottawa University, especially with the standings the way they are. And, of course, we'll probably take a look at some scores here in just a little bit. But if the Braves could get a win here tonight and things shake out in their favor, that could really help you out down the stretch.
We'll take another break here at halftime. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
What if you were rewarded for shopping? Sutton's Jewelry is doing just that. Receive $10 cash back for every $100 purchase at Sutton's. Treat yourself at Sutton's or use as a gift. It's your choice. And speaking of choices, Sutton's has an extensive selection of engagement rings, wedding sets, diamonds, gemstones, gold, contemporary metals, necklaces, earrings, bracelets, watches, and every piece qualifies for the $10 cash back on every $100 purchase. Offer good through February 14th. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main Street, Ottawa.
Hi, this is Margie Hindeleiter from Bank Midwest. You'll often hear us say, this is where common sense lives. That means doing the little things, like knowing your name. And it means supporting Ottawa University. That should be common sense for how a bank does business. Bank Midwest, where common sense lives.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission is your place for activities and other programs designed to keep the members of our community active and healthy. Visit us at the GOT Building or online at orcottawaks.org to see recreation options for all ages. Ottawa Recreation Commission, bring recreation to life.
Marine, tractor, and small engine motor oil available at Napa Auto Parts, Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
If you like pina coladas and getting
Spilled your pina colada? Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills and messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent than the leading ordinary brand. So you can get back to getting caught in the rain. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
It's time for some straight talk. It's tax refund time, and the big wireless companies play a game where they lure you in with a phone deal that locks you into a pricey contract. Don't play. With Straight Talk Wireless, get a Samsung Galaxy A10e for just $99, all on America's best networks for up to half the cost. No contract. Make that tax time money win all year long. Straight Talk Wireless only at Walmart.
Savings may vary. See straighttalk.com. Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Welcome back. Ottawa trails the break 39-38 against Friends. Try and find some scores from the KCAC. As we'll scroll through here. On the men's side, the only other game in action is the one Bob was mentioning, that Oklahoma Wesleyan Southwestern game. And currently, we'll try and roll through here. Oklahoma Wesleyan trailing Southwestern 51-43, 9:46 remaining in the second half. If Ottawa and Oklahoma Wesleyan were to fall tonight, there would be 7 teams within a game and a half of first place.
Well, that's why this game is huge for Ottawa. Right now, you know how tight everything is. You've got to find a way to get you space, the space you need.
In the women's contest tonight, Lady Braves fell earlier this evening 73-61. Oklahoma Wesleyan over Southwestern 90-73. Kansas Wesleyan defeats Bethel 67-55. Tabor leads Avila 71-68 with 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Sterling up on McPherson 89-81, 41 seconds left in the fourth in that one. Avila will be in Wilson Fieldhouse on Wednesday night. That will be a women's tip at 6. Men will tip at 8, as we will have the call for you. We're going to take our last break of halftime. When we come back, start of the second half. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
The City of Ottawa makes it easy for you to stay informed and be part of your community by visiting their website, ottawaks.gov. You can sign up for city alerts and city news, report an issue you'd like to see taken care of, even pay your bill online. It's where the city and citizens come together online at ottawaks.gov.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
39-38 in favor of Friends at the break as we get ready for the second half. It'll be on the floor for the Braves coming out. Listed. They have Daryl Bowie out there instead of Daniels. So it'll be Bowie, Balde, joined. Wait to see. I think these numbers are wrong and are up on the scoreboard right now. Yeah, that's the final stats from the women's game. So we'll just go with the starters of Haskins, Daniels, McDowell, Balde, and Mallory. Which I'm completely confused as what's on the board right now to our right. Because those are final stats from the women's game. So for Friends, it'll be their starting lineup. Murphy, Conley, Fralin, Vang, and Coachman. Falcons with the ball to start the second half, leading by 1. 2 fouls for Daniels, 2 fouls for Bowie, and they're going to have Daniels stay on Conley here early on. Coachman looking left side. They're looking to post up down low. Haskins gets onto the floor. Ball's tipped. Coming away with it is Vang, and then a steal by Mason McDowell, who'll go the other way. McDowell, through the contact on Coachman, can't get it to go. But he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
Great job there by the Braves defense to force a turnover early. McDowell was able to race up the court. He wasn't able to make the bucket, but was able to draw the contact and from the right side of the blocks, and now he's going to line. He'll shoot 2. But he misses the first one. McDowell for Ottawa, 72% from the free throw line so far this season.
McDowell second up and good as we're tied again at 39. Friends led the majority of the last 10 minutes of our first half. They tried to set a screen for Haskins. He runs right by Tate Vang. And they'll have the basketball right now as they work left to right to James Conley. Daniels will step out on Conley. Almost falls down. Three-pointer for Conley's good.
What a big bucket there by Conley.
Length of the floor pass going to be knocked out of bounds by Friends, and Conley able to get Daniels to fall down. That doesn't happen very often.
Conley with players all over him. Confidence to hit that three-pointer and give the Falcons a 3-point lead again. Ottawa looking to answer here.
A lob to Daniels at the elbow, guarded by Vang. Cutting inside Haskins, ball kicked back out into the hands of Daniels. McDowell goes baseline, backing in on Coachman. Floater from Mason is good, and Ottawa within 1 at 42-41.
Nice play there by McDowell, about 6 feet away, left side. Turnaround floater.
Braylon left side, guarded now by Bowie as it goes to Conley. Conley crossover dribble in the lane, floats, and it will score.
Braves are going to have to find a way to shut him down. Conley is definitely a game changer here.
Conley now with 11, make it 12. Haskins left wing, off the screen, Mallory. The Braves trail by 3. McDowell shoots a 3. It's good. And that is a massive three-pointer for McDowell, trying to pull Friends away from the perimeter.
He tied the game up. Such confidence by McDowell. And he's played a big part early on here in the second half.
Coachman spins baseline. Shot's no good. Rebound by Mallory as McDowell able to force the tough shot from Coachman. Mallory picks up the dribble. They're going to go to Daniels as they'll work on Conley. Backing in, spinning baseline, now back the other way. Floater from Daniels is good as he gets one back on James Conley, and Ottawa takes a 2-point lead.
Gave himself a little bit of space there, turnaround jumper, and Ottawa now with the lead as Falcons have to take a timeout.
That timeout's going to be to get Shakur in the game as we will get a 30-second timeout from Friends University. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
Don't just watch the big game tomorrow. Make it an experience you'll never forget at the Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party. Tomorrow from 4 to close, enjoy $2 games or lane rental for only $15 an hour, and shoe rental is free. And what would a party be without food? Primetime Grill has you covered with half-price bone-in chicken wings and drink specials. Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party with the big game on 41 screens tomorrow from 4 to close at 2204 South Princeton Circle Drive in South Ottawa. More food, more drinks, and more fun than you'll have anywhere else. When it's game time, it's prime time.
On a 5-0 run, they lead 46-44. 17:54 to play. Ryan Haskins still the lead scorer for Ottawa with 9. Inbound will come from Conley in front of the Friends bench. And he will get it right back after it was inbounded into the hands of Murphy. And they will double here on Conley. Pass left side to Vang. Goes baseline, floats. They'll show the lob to Shakur. And Ottawa goes the other way in transition with Haskins. Haskins in the lane, steps through. Layup's no good. Daniels gets the rebound. Leaves it in the corner to Mallory. Mallory spins baseline on Shakur. Leaves it left side. Goes through the hands of Balde. Three-pointer buried by Haskins. Not often you see a pass get skipped through the hands of the guy you intended to into your best three-point shooter.
Well, the great job of the ball movement there was drawing double teams. It left Haskins wide open on the short corner, and it's given the Braves a 5-point lead. And now we're going to have a whistle, a late one at that.
Haskins up to 12 as the foul will go on Balde. His first team. Subs coming. Murdoch will check in, as will Devontae Pack. 49-44 Braves, 17-10 left in the matchup with the Friends Falcons. Murdoch right wing. Shakur in the middle of the floor finds Conley. Conley, little hesitation, they'll go down low to Pack, and an offensive foul will be called on Pack for the charge on Ryan Haskins.
Great job by Haskins to get his ground and be set secure.
That is going to be the third personal. My apologies on Zion Fralin. He'll stay on the floor, but that is a big foul. Fralin, one of the leading scorers on this ball club. Crossover dribble for Mallory. Gets in the lane, goes to the basket, off the glass, and scores.
One-on-one, Jackson with the underhanded from the right side of the blocks. And it's given this Braves team a 7-point advantage.
10-0 run for the Braves. Murdoch got her by Haskins. Gets in the lane, another whistle, and a foul called on Ryan Haskins. Oh, no, they're going to go with Jackson Mallory. So that is Mallory's first personal second team foul.
They called it on Haskins. They did change it.
They'll bring Murphy back into the game. Fralin will sit with those 3 fouls. Inbound in the short corner, they'll find Pack. Down low, they'll go to Shakur. He'll look to score and does over McDowell.
Not much you could do on that one. You don't want to give up another foul that quickly.
That ends the 10-0 run for the Braves. Mallory spinning to the right corner, leaves it with Haskins. Haskins trying to clear some space. Mallory will run the baseline. Haskins double team, backing in. Still working, floats, can't get it to go as an air ball. Rebound by Daniels, or my apologies, by Friends, and Murphy. Stolen away by Balde. His bounce pass will find Mallory. Layup inside, no good, and Shakur loses it out of bounds. It'll stay with Ottawa.
Mallory was watching the defender.
Was also trying to decide if he was going to throw the lob to Daniels.
And that kind of indecision cost them, but the Braves will catch a break as it goes off of the Falcons.
We'll see Joe Johnson III step in for Haskins, who asked for a quick breather with 15:56 to play. Mallory to inbound to the left of the basket for Ottawa. They're going to throw the lob to Daniels. He'll catch it inside, leave it to Joe. Three-pointer from McDowell. It's off the mark. Rebound by Conley for French. Conley in transition. Ottawa not stopping the dribble. Conley to the basket. He'll score.
You're just not going to have a hard time stopping Conley right now. He has 14. Braves are going to have to find a way, though, to be able to stop him as the Falcons are within 3.
Joe Johnson III leaves it with McDowell at the top of the key. Guarded by Shakur. McDowell kicks it inside. Ball day, easy layup. No one there as the double team found McDowell, and he's going to bury you every time with that pass.
And that's what the Braves are going to have to do. It looks like they're going to be double teamed a lot here early on. They've got to be patient and find that open man.
Conley going pick and roll with Shakur. Finds Murdoch on the wing, back to Conley. Conley steps into a three from straight away, and it'll go.
And now the Falcons within 2. What an incredible shooter Conley is.
He just loves this building. Last year he did the same thing. Joe Johnson inside, fouled by Shakur with the body. As Joe able to take his time, let the defender go by him on the initial block attempt.
You were right on that one. Shakur called for that foul with the body. That'll be the 3rd team foul. And the 3rd on Shikari.
Free throw good for Joe Johnson III. We'll do our best to get you stats. Currently they are down here in Wilson Fieldhouse. Jackson checks in, as does Darryl Bowie and Kyle Patrick. Braves up by 3. One more free throw coming for Joe Johnson III.
Johnson is 67% free throw shooter on the season.
He hits both. First 2 points for Joe on the night. And Ottawa's got to find a way to get the ball in someone else's hands right now. Conley left side, guarded by Daniel, who doesn't want to pick up his 3rd personal. Conley goes baseline, and he does pick up his 3rd personal.
Did not want to see that this early on here. Just over 5.5, or close to 5.5 minutes.
We'll see if Ottawa switches to get Jackson on Conley. Usually the 2nd defender Ottawa will bring over on a team's top player. Murdoch right wing, pick and roll with Shakur. Shakur can't get out there. Johnson III beats him to it. Conley, Ottawa does switch. Conley drives, step back from 15, attacks, floats. Can't get it to go. Patrick gets the rebound, and they'll kick it out to Jackson. Jackson bounce pass to Daniels, layup's good. And Conley's asking for a sub, and they're going to get another timeout here. Friends is gas. Full timeout by the Falcons and head coach Dale Faber. We'll take it. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
It's late at night. You've been visiting family and you're on your way home. You didn't see the deer in front of you until it was too late. Everyone is safe. Your vehicle did its job and protected you. Now you get to find out if your auto insurance does the same. It will, because you have State Farm Auto Insurance through local agent Keith King in Ottawa.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
There's no doubt a cold Kansas winter is headed our way. Is your heater up to the challenge? Call the pros at Adamson Brothers to make sure. 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Save time and hassle later by checking your vehicle now to be sure all of your lights and signals are in working order. Adjust mirrors and check your tire pressure. This reminder from CarStar Ottawa. Call 242-8916. CarStar. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Braves on a 16-7 run, capped off by that bounce pass from Andre Jackson to Quan Daniels.
Casey, Southwestern and Oklahoma Wesleyan, 3:54 to go. Southwestern in front, 58-51.
Keep an eye on that one as Ottawa leads here by 6, 57-51, 14:09 left. Murdoch has been quiet in the second half, but it's really just been the James Conley show. Haven't really needed any other scoring. Conley to the right wing. Pick and roll again with Coachman. Ottawa going to double team. Coachman will be called for the offensive foul, setting the screen.
That will be, I believe, is that his fourth or is that, yes, that is his fourth.
And Shakur will come in for Coachman.
Fourth team foul on the Falcons in the second half.
Ottawa with a chance to tie their largest lead of the game with a 2. Bowie, right side, Jackson. He'll work on Conley, and he's going to travel as Conley fooled him.
What a great job there, fooling him, thinking he was going to catch the body, but taking a couple steps back, the defender, Conley, forced the turnover.
And Conley laughing, coming down to the other end as Jackson will actually guard him on the defensive end. Got the best of him on the other end of the floor. Murphy up top to Shakur. Left side to Murdoch. Guarded by Johnson the third. Up top it'll go to Shakur. Right side pass in the corner. Conley for 3. Good.
Gonna have to find a way to get him shut down somehow. But right now, I don't see that happening. The Falcons within 3 after that big three-pointer.
A lob it inside. Jackson again working on Conley. He'll be called for the reach-in foul. And Jackson will definitely have the advantage there when he tries to back him in.
That'll be Conley's second, Casey. Maybe the thing is to go after him and try to get him in foul trouble.
Or he's tired right now. Make him work on the defensive end a little bit. Daniels got the inbound to the right wing with 14 on the shot clock. He'll back in on Fralin where he leaves it with Bowie, who has had a very quiet night. Only 7 minutes in the first half and a total of 2 points. Bowie in trouble. Leaves it left side. Floater. Going to go from Daniels with 1 second on the shot clock.
Little miscommunication there.
Conley left open for 3 on the other end. Rebound by Shakur. And a whistle and a foul will be called on Patrick for the push-off. Ottawa gets caught ball watching, and Shakur just stands on that block on the backside and has killed the Braves tonight. Pass to the short corner. And that will go to Murphy. Up top to Murdoch and back to Murphy. Now Murdoch on the left wing. Screen from Conley, set in another one by Shakur. Murdoch picks up his dribble, kicks it in the corner to Conley. Guarded by Jackson, and he's going to be called for the travel.
Well, but that's also where you start seeing maybe a little bit of exhaustion.
59-54 Braves, 12:23 to play. Patrick jab step, works right side, Joe Johnson the third. Screen coming from Patrick, gets to the middle of the floor to the free throw line. Kicks it right side, Patrick. As they have pulled Shakur away from the basket, a big opportunity here for Ottawa to take advantage down low. Jackson to Johnson, his friends really making Ottawa work on the offensive side. Bowie a little hesitation. Step back. They were trying to bring a double team. Bowie just throws one at the basket. He'll score on the double clutch 3.
What an amazing three-pointer there by an amazing player, Darryl Bowie.
And Murdoch dribbles it off his knee, and the officials will bail him out with a foul called on Johnson the third.
That'll be the 5th team foul on Ottawa. Jackson will pick up his first. Daniels will take a seat for Ottawa here.
Haskins will come in. Ottawa going small here. Ottawa trying to decide who's going to guard Conley after Daniels will step off the floor. Oh my goodness, Murdoch able to shake Johnson out of his feet, and then he's fouled by Jackson. 16 foul on Ottawa, and Friends 1 foul away from going into the bonus. For Jackson, his first personal.
Going to the line for the Falcons is going to be Murdoch. He's 2 of 2 already this evening. Falcons 60%, and Murdoch will hit the first.
Murdoch with 8. Tate Vang returns for the Falcons as they'll go a little smaller here. Returning is Zion Fralin, who leads the team in rebounds.
Ottawa with that 7-point lead right now.
And Fralin has those 3 fouls, so he steps out on the floor here. Unable to pick up another one. The lead cut down to 6. Murdoch makes both. 62-56 Braves, 11:38 to go. Johnson in the middle of the floor finds Bowie on the left wing. He'll lose the handle. Ball's on the floor. Friends goes the other way with it. Fralin double team. Kick it right side, Murdoch. Murdoch down low will go to Conley. Might have stepped out of bounds. Very close. If not, it was a travel. Cross-court pass to Murdoch. Pick and roll with Fralin. Murdoch kicks it in the corner to Vang. Going baseline. Floats and scores.
Falcons took advantage of the Braves on that one. They were back within 4. Ottawa needs a bucket here.
Johnson the third, looking for Haskins, goes to Bowie in the right corner. Bowie guarded by Murdoch, might have been hit in the face. Bowie floats, gets his own rebound, tries to put back. It's no good. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds by Friends. It looked like it went off the hand of Kyle Patrick from here.
A lot of contact underneath, especially on that rebound. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Braves have got to be decisive here.
Bowie to inbound for the Braves, to the right of the basket. They're going to lob it near midcourt to Johnson the third. Off the screen, they'll find Bowie, guarded by Murdoch. Three-pointer from Bowie, no good. Rebound by Friend.
Waste of possession that time there.
Going to the basket, Conley, and another foul called on Ottawa. And it'll go on Jackson as Conley is able to do whatever he wants right now. And that is put the Falcons into the bonus.
Conley 0-1 from the free throw line.
Balday and Mallory head to the scorer's table.
The Oral Roberts University transfer, though, stepping to the line for his first free throw, and he misses it.
Bowie and Jackson check out for the Braves. Conley second, gonna go. They're within 3. Braves have led by as many as 8 on the night, 7 here in the second half. But it's down to just 3 after free throws coming for the Falcons on their last 3 possessions. Bowie, or my apologies, Mallory right wing to Haskins. Haskins goes baseline, he'll kick it out to Patrick. They're looking in the corner, it'll go to Haskins. Coming off the screen with 6 on the shot clock. Up top, it'll go to Mallory. Mallory working, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Ball's loose, picked up by the Falcons. They can go the other way on the break. Fralin inside, left-hand layup will go. And the lead down to 1.
Falcons have really ratcheted up the defense here, forced the Braves into some bad positions. Braves have got to find a way to beat the defense that Falcons are throwing out right now.
Johnson the third, crossover dribble, left side pass to Haskins. Skip pass to Mallory, right side of the floor. Back to Johnson, three-pointer from Joe, good, and that is a big 3 for Joe Johnson the third to get Ottawa off the schneid over the last 3 minutes.
That is a big bucket there. It gives Ottawa some cushion with the lead with 9.5 to play.
And a screen set by Vang. Conley into the body of Patrick, and Patrick plays right into it as he catches him in the chest, and down to the ground goes Conley.
That'll be number 3 on Patrick, so he's in some definite foul trouble. Conley hit the floor really hard to his lower back.
Conley has 21. Mason McDowell and Jaquan Daniels head to the scorer's table for the Braves. Quiet crowd tonight here in Wilson Fieldhouse.
Conley with 21, Casey. He has been outstanding for the Falcons as he hits that first free throw. And the Braves just simply don't have an answer for him right now.
Anyone that can guard him right now has at least 3 fouls. As Daniels does come back on the floor, and it's got to be some help from other guys, but as soon as you help on Conley, that leaves someone else open. He misses the second, though. McDowell gets the board. 9:20 to go. Ottawa 65, Friends 62. Dribble handoff with Mallory near midcourt. Ottawa trying to get an offensive set. Johnson the third. Lob it inside to McDowell. Can't score from 3 feet. Ball's knocked in the air. Daniels still fighting for it, and it goes out of bounds off of Friends. And give credit to Daniels for fighting for that offensive board.
Great effort there by the Falcons. Ottawa just not able to find the hoop, get a bucket.
And someone else for Friends is going to have to score. James Conley goes to the bench with 9:02 to play. Lob inside to McDowell. Score and the foul. And that's the second time Ottawa has caught Friends sleeping.
And that is a huge bucket right there. The Braves needed that. McDowell 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He's extended the lead now to 5. He can make it 6 if he can hit this free throw.
McDowell with 13. We'll have to see the last time he had scored in double figures. That's the 4th personal on Zion Fralin. He misses the free throw, though. The Friends will go the other way. Then Daniels gets the steal. Layup is good for Jaquan Daniels.
Great job defensively there for Ottawa.
Braves by 7, ties their largest lead of the second half, 8:48 to go. They'll leave it with Murdoch, and how long can you leave Conley on the bench right now if you're head coach Dale Faber?
Well, you've ran him out of gas. He played most of the second half.
Devontae Pack able to take a 3 off the dribble, create some space, and he'll knock that one down, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Friends as it goes on June Murdoch. We'll send Joe Johnson III to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
That'll be the first on Murdoch. First time to the line for Joe Johnson for Ottawa University. He is a 67% free throw shooter.
Last time we saw Mason McDowell into double figures was against Sterling on January 4th. His career high is 15, or my apologies, season high was 15 against Bethany back on November 23rd. So good production tonight for Mason McDowell with 13.
Johnson hit the first one, and he hits the second. He has 7. Lead is back to 6 for Ottawa. And the defense now for the Braves really has to start to stiffen up here.
Well, with Conley on the bench, you can take a few more chances trying to go for some steals. Finds Fang, middle of the floor. Leaves it with Murdoch on the wing. Murdoch working on Johnson, third drive. Working into the body. Throws one up. Shot's no good. Ball sits in the air right back into the hands of Murdoch. Going baseline of the Falcons, and a whistle and a foul called on Johnson, the third. That is the 9th team foul on the Braves. Right now, Friends, Bob, going after every loose ball, able to get every loose rebound, and that is how you stay in a game if you're a team that's not shooting the ball particularly well, as the Friends Falcons are here in the second half.
Well, you got to love the hustle and the heart that this Falcons team has shown as Murphy goes to the line. He's 1 of 2. Front end, and he'll hit it.
First one. Conley back into the game for the Falcons. He will get Devontae Pack.
The lead is down to 5. They can make it 4 with this free throw.
Second's no good. McDowell with the board. 8 minutes left. Braves up 71-66 on Friends. Daniels right wing. Coming off the screen, he finds Mace. Mace takes the contact, and he's called for the travel.
And Coach Siebenthal will disagree with that one, as coming in for the Falcons will be Pack. Big turnover there, though, Casey.
And the officials talking with Friends as they're going to let this game play. They were trying to get a sub in, bring in Devontae Pack. Head coach Dale Faber is fired up.
You begin to get the feeling maybe a technical is going to be coming here, Casey.
Don't want to pick one up down 5, but and a steal by Daniels who'll go the other way. Jaquan Daniels with the one-handed flush.
One-handed jam. And it makes it a 7-point lead for Ottawa. What a great defensive presence by Jaquan Daniels.
Braves by 7, 73-66, 7:17 to go. Conley on the screen, looking to clear some space. Pass right side to Vang, out to Murdoch. Murdoch off the screen, he'll drive on Daniels, get in the lane, pass inside to Shakur. Layup's good in the foul as it goes on Daniels, his 4th.
That is not a good foul there. Daniels coming from behind, swiping at Shakur there.
.708 left, and with Conley on the floor, I think Ottawa's got to take a chance here. They are not. They're going to bring Balde to the scores table. Free throw for Shakur is good.
Lead down to 4, and this is really not a good thing to see. Unfortunately, Daniels, who had a big game on Wednesday night, now on the bench with 7:05 to play with 4 fouls. somebody with Ottawa is going to have to step up.
They'll leave it with McDowell at the top of the key. Right side, they're looking for Haskins. McDowell down low to Balde. Shots blocked by Shakur. Friends goes the other way with it. Crossover dribble. Pass in the corner to June Murdoch. Murdoch driving, kicks it left side. Conley goes baseline. Floater for him, long. Rebound is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Friends. Shakur got a piece of it.
Braves got lucky on that one. That was a great shot there by the Falcons, and Conley just wouldn't go down. And then they got lucky on the rebound aspect when it went out of bounds.
Braves 73, Fringe 69, 6:27 to play. Off the screen is Mallory, top of the key. Works off the screen from Balde. Another screen from McDowell. Left side to Johnson III, going baseline on Murdoch, floats, and a charge called on Joe Johnson III. Taking that charge looks to be Murphy.
So that'll be the third.
That's the 10th team foul on Ottawa as Friends goes into the double bonus for the remainder. Johnson will come out of the game. Picks up his third personal. .6:16 to go. Ottawa 73, Friends 69. And Javon Daniels on the bench with 4 fouls. They're going to try and have Haskins guard Conley. Can't score on the initial shot. Ottawa can push in transition. The other way was Balde. Balde, a little hesitation. Kicks it right corner to Mallory. Going to try and post up McDowell, and a whistle and a foul called on Friends.
That's going to be on Conley.
And he picks up his third. McDowell with a big opportunity here on the 1-and-1. Got 13 with a junior from Paola. Free throw going to go for big Mason McDowell.
That's a big one right there, Casey, because you've got to get this lead expanded back out. It's now 5. You got to keep this Falcons team at an arm's distance right now.
Second is going to go, and Ottawa's going to take a timeout, a full timeout. 5:57 to play. Ottawa 75, Friends 69. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
How do I love Best Fiends? Let me count the ways. Tons of cute characters, over 4,000 fun levels, feature film quality animations, and a sweet, heart-filled Valentine's Day theme. Oh, I'm in love.
Download the 5-star rated puzzle game Best Fiends for free from the App Store or Google Play today. That's Friends without the R. Best Fiends.
Play Best Fiends. Download free.
Okay, you know how it feels when you've saved enough for that long-awaited home edition? Now imagine an edition on that edition. Whoa. That's the feeling with Capital One, where a new savings account earns an interest rate 5 times the national average. That's right, 5 times, as represented by 5 times more singers. This is banking reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Rate comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Braves up 75-69. Not your usual characters tonight, Bob, leading the way scoring. Mason McDowell with 15, Ryan Haskins with 12, but talking about Mason McDowell, come up big from the foul line and also able to post up down low on the big guys for Friends.
Well, you've needed that tonight because you've got foul trouble with Shaquan Daniels. Daryl Bowie got into foul trouble and has not played like his normal self. So it's good to see McDowell step up. But now you've got under 6 to play. You've got to start to get this lead expanded out.
Ottawa switches on Conley. Pass left side, June Murdoch for a 3. It's off the front rim. Big board for Andre Jackson to go up and get it with 5:41 to play. Hasn't been the Braves night on the boards, but Jackson able to take one away from the big guys. Pass down low, Jackson, layup's not going to go, but he's going to be fouled. And again, McDowell. Such vision, Bob.
Great vision. Saw the play develop, found his man. Unfortunately, the basket doesn't go, but Jackson's going to go to the line for 2. That's the 9th team foul on the Falcons.
First personal on Devontae Pack. Free throw good for Jackson.
Jackson, 72% from the free throw line. And he'll hit the second case. He's still waiting on a final, but Still showing 3 seconds left. Southwestern in front, 66-62.
5:25 left here. Braves up by 8. Murphy make it pass to the basket. Throws a wild one up. Shot comes up short, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Ottawa. I thought Mason came down with it, and then Shakur went over the top of him, and Mason loses it out of bounds. Shot clock goes back to 20 with 5:18 to play. We'll lob it to Murdoch just in front of the Friends bench. Screen coming from Shakur. Murdoch kicks it in the corner, and a whistle to foul on Ottawa.
Cannot be giving up any fouls here, Casey.
At this point, I'd put anyone else to the line besides James Conley. As Conley actually took that 3 in the corner after the whistle was blown, and he missed the 3. Hard to believe he misses one. Murdoch does make the free throw. He is one of the better free throw shooters on this team. Tate Vang will come back in for Friends.
Murdoch 82% coming into the game this evening. Makes it a 7-point game for Ottawa.
Second for Murdoch is good. Braves up by 6, 77-71. And again, some extra contact there. Murphy on Mallory. To the elbow, they'll go with Jackson. Coming off the screen is McDowell. Floater from Mace is too strong. Rebound by Shakur. Rebound right side, Murphy. Conley crossover dribble, gets on the wing, goes baseline, leaves it inside to Shakur and throws it off the leg of McDowell. Still out of bounds.
Well, I think Conley was trying to pass it there. Good job by McDowell to get in the way. It goes out of bounds, but you know what? You'll take what you can get.
Finds Bang in the short corner, right side to Murdoch. Murdoch has 11. Going to try and go pick and roll here with Shakur. Little hesitation, pass right side, stolen by Andre Jackson. Jackson working on Conley. Pass is blocked, but the putback is going to go for Matt Balday. As Ottawa's lead up to 8, that ties their largest of the game. 4:25 left, Ottawa 79, Friends 71.
Great job by Balday to trail that play, and he gets rewarded with the bucket.
Conley stepping through, step back 3 for James Conley is an air ball, and Ottawa can go the other way. The long pass will find Andre Jackson, dribble it off his foot, it'll stay with Ottawa as it hits June Murdoch.
Conley very frustrated. He flopped on that 3-point attempt, trying to draw the foul, and none was given. He comes back walking slowly, and now he's talking to the official, trying to plead his case for that foul.
Daniels returns for the Braves. Murdoch will sit. Inbound goes to McDowell. McDowell goes baseline, leaves it with Jackson. Step back 3 for Andre Jackson is good! And Ottawa goes up by 11, their largest lead of the game.
What a basket there, 11-point advantage. Step back, gets the 3-pointer, and a timeout called for by the Falcons. Braves are starting to feel it here.
Braves by 11, 82-71, 3:51 to go. A full timeout. And it is a final as Southwestern defeats Oklahoma Wesleyan in Bartlesville. 66-62. We'll take a 30-second break to listen to Braves basketball on KOFO.
Pick up the best-selling rechargeable 10-watt flashlight at Napa Auto Parts, Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
Protect you and your family from the flu. Hi, this is Laura Hibberts, pharmacist at Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Did you know you can get your flu shot at Kramer Pharmacy at 134 South Main? The flu can be life-threatening to some young people or elderly. It's best to get the flu shot as soon as you can so you're protected going into flu season. Covered by Medicare and most insurance. Get your flu shot today at Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, with convenient parking on Main Street or out back at Legacy Square. Call 242-2055 or visit kramerrx.com.
Andre Jackson's 3-pointer gives Ottawa their largest lead of the night, 82-71. And with Daniels in foul trouble, Jackson has been in the game since the 10-minute mark, and it's paying off.
So far it has. He's played some very valuable minutes. And you've got to be happy with what you've seen here. As again, players that you would expect that need to be stepping up, having off nights. So you've had others stepping up to the plate, really helping out.
Inbounding it for the Falcons will be James Conley. 24 on the shot clock, 3:51 on the game clock. Mitchie Daniels came back in, as did all the starters for Friends outside of Devontae Pack. He will step on the floor. Tate Bang will stay on the bench. Shakur, left side to Murphy. Looking to Fralin. They'll go to him down low. Fralin backing in, still backing in with the body. He'll float and he'll go in as it swirls around and drops.
Great job backing in, getting an opportunity and a look and making it count. He's got it back down to single digits.
Haskins right corner to Jackson. He's able to shake Conley out of his boots. Pass right side to Jackson. He'll swing at the other side of the floor. Daniels looking to drive, spinning, floats. It's going to come up well short. Ball's loose. We'll fight for it. Daniels gets the rebound. Ottawa can run some clock. Instead, McDowell takes the three. It's off. And Friends gets the board with 3:05 to play.
I think they should have worked the clock a little bit more there, Casey.
Here comes Conley. Kicks it in the corner. Three-pointer for Devontae Patgood.
And now it's a 6-point game, Casey, after that three-pointer.
Pass the other way. Daniels going to score in the foul! The full-length pass from Mason McDowell on the inbound, and Ottawa goes up by 8.
20 points on the night now by Jaquan Daniels, as he did a great job of getting that pass, getting the floater, getting hacked and harmed, and now a chance for the three-point play, and picking up his 4th foul is Shakur.
Daniels free throw good as Daniels has 21. 2:50 remains, Ottawa by 9. Murphy, left side, Pack again for 3, Bob, nothing but net.
Can't leave him wide open.
Down to 6 at 85-79 Braves. And McDowell throws it away. He was looking for Mallory cutting to the basket. Ottawa's got to be much smarter about how they use their time right now.
They've got to be running some clock. They've got cannot get any more turnovers here, Casey. You've got a 6-point advantage right now.
Balday will come in for McDowell.
Braves need a turnover here.
Or at least a stop. With 2:30 to go, clock running, Ottawa up 6. And right now you've got to guard Fralin and Conley. Murphy off the screen looking for Fralin, goes to the hands of Pack. Pack spinning inside, has it ripped away. Instead they call a foul. Pack looked like he traveled first. He'll go to the line for 2. Dante Pack has 15, and McDowell got about a 4-second break.
I don't think that
both teams in the double bonus. 2:16 to go.
Don't think that that was a very popular decision there, but first free foul is going to go in for Pack.
Devontae Pack, Bob, has scored 7 points in the last 45 seconds.
And he's got the Falcons within 5 all by himself with 2:16 to go.
Devontae Pack with 16. Make it 17.
Now the lead is 4. Ottawa has got to be smart.
Murphy guards Mallory. Will spin left side. Pass down low to McDowell. High off the glass, and that's going to be a goaltending on James Conley.
Had an official been around for what Conley just said, he would have been teed up.
That's why you make sure you're so far away from the official he doesn't hear it.
And of course, we don't have a 7-second delay. That may have went over the air too.
6-point lead for the Braves, 2:02 to go. Friends has knocked down their last 2 threes. Both by Devontae Pack. He'll come off the screen, he'll have the ball here, guarded by Haskins. Gonna go on drive, take it right side. Murdoch takes the 3, gets an air ball. And a pushing foul called down low on Andre Jackson on the air ball. And Friends has just killed the Braves on the boards tonight.
Going to send Conley to the line. He's going to shoot a pair. Did not want to see that happen.
And more importantly, the clock stops here for the Falcons. Conley with 22. Free throw's good.
McDowell comes back in for Ottawa. Minute 46 left here, Casey. What do you think about here? If you're Ottawa, I think you're going to try to run as much clock as possible.
Oh, absolutely. I think you got at least get a good look inside of 5 feet. Free throw's good for Conley. It's got to be something that's a left-alone layup or anything wide open right now. 1:40 to go, clock at 24 on the shot clock. Jackson left side, comes back to Mallory. Back to Jackson. In the corner it goes to Daniels. Ottawa trying to post up with McDowell, who's the biggest man on the floor. Daniels will go back to the middle of the floor with Mallory. Asking for a pick is Jackson Mallory. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Mallory working on Conley, finds Haskins. 3 seconds. Haskins fading away three. It's an air ball with 1:15 to go. But in the end, you use 30 seconds. You got it down to 1:15. No, you don't get anything out of it, but at least you run some clock there.
Well, but you've got a 4-point game right now, Casey. I would have liked to have seen some points there, and I agree with you in that sense. But a bucket here changes this game dramatically for either side.
Conley will be guarded by Haskins. Ottawa not staying with Conley. They'll kick it in the corner. Going to the basket, looking to attack. Layup's no good. Offensive rebound, pulled down. Ball still loose on the floor, and they're going to take a timeout. As Devontae Pack takes it away from 3 Braves. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Raised by 4, Bob, but again, the loose ball ends up in the hands of the Falcons. Seems like every loose ball tonight has ended up in their hands.
Well, as we said before the break, the next basket's going to be huge for either team. Falcons now with 18 on the shot clock. Bucket here makes it a 2 or 1-point game.
Inbound will go to Conley in the right corner, 17 on the shot clock, 53 on the game clock. He'll work to the right side of the floor. He's going to clear out off the screen to Pack. Pack drives, gets in the lane, and they're going to call a blocking foul and the basket. Haskins tried to take the charge as Pack goes right into his chest.
Wow.
And the score to 87-85. Pack finished the 3-point play.
So now a chance to make this a 1-point game, Casey, and that's, to me, that's why better possession the last time down for Ottawa. Maybe get some points, that would certainly help out.
Devontae Pack now up to 19, make it 20. He has scored 9 straight. That might probably make it 10 straight. And Mallory gets into the front court. Ottawa up by 1, 41 seconds to play.
Braves need a basket.
McDowell, top of the key. The crowd right now chanting defense in favor of Friends. Haskins right side to Jackson. 29 seconds remain, 10 on the shot clock. Jackson spinning on Murdoch, and a whistle and a foul called with 25.3 to play, and that sends Jackson to line for 2.
That's a big foul there. That's the second on Murdoch. But these are big free throws right here, Casey, for Andre.
Honestly, I think we got to see what Jackson does here. If he does make both, which he'll make the first one, I think of calling a timeout, then go full court press and fouling Friends at around 18, 17 seconds, forcing them to foul you because they're hitting everything right now. You'd rather give them at the most a 2 seconds good for Jackson. Subs coming in for Ottawa. Balday and Josh the third for Haskins and McDowell. And we're going to call a timeout here with 25.3 to play. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a 30. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
Whether you're in the game or working around the house, injuries happen, but not all of them warrant a trip to the ER. For sprains, minor cuts, and less serious ailments, Advent Health Ottawa's Express Care Clinic can help. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Advent Health Ottawa, helping you feel whole. Visit AdventHealthOttawa.com.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe to the Ottawa Herald for their sports page or visit online at OttawaHerald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $31.13 plus tax, including internet access. Or get online for only $9.22 a month plus tax. Call 242-4700 or visit OttawaHerald.com.
Andre Jackson hitting 2 massive free throws there, Bob. Keeps it at a 1-possession game at a 3-point lead. Devontae Pack up to 20 points. He had 10 points with about 5 minutes to go. And he has put on a show as he knocked down shots from the outside and then also getting to the basket.
Well, the Braves have absolutely worn themselves out. You got to wonder if they've got it in the tank one more time to make a defensive stop here. Falcons have given Ottawa everything they can handle, and when you've got a player, and several players like the Falcons have, anything's possible here. You certainly don't want this thing to go to overtime.
Friends is into the double bonus, so if you foul, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just giving up a three you can't have. 22 seconds to go. They'll find Conley straight away, driving, looks to get to the basket, kicks it out to Pack. Pack in the lane. They're going to go down low. Shot's going to be blocked by Mallory, and Jackson will hold it with 11 seconds to go, as Mallory might have got a little bit of the body. Either way, the point-blank layup doesn't go, and Ottawa able to call timeout with 11 seconds left.
Well, the Braves really catch a break there, because the way the whistles have been blowing here tonight, I would have thought that they would have blown a whistle on that one, especially in such an important time in the basketball game.
Take a 30-second break. Ottawa 89, Friends 86. You're listening to Ottawa University basketball on KOFO.
Don't just watch the big game tomorrow. Make it an experience you'll never forget at the Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party. Tomorrow from 4 to close, enjoy $2 games or lane rental for only $15 an hour, and shoe rental is free. And what would a party be without food? Primetime Grill has you covered with half-price bone-in chicken wings and drink specials. Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party with the big game on 41 screens tomorrow from 4 to close at 2204 South Princeton Circle Drive in South Ottawa. More food, more drinks, and more fun than you'll have anywhere else. When it's game time, it's prime time.
Braves will bring in Haskins along with McDowell. Braves up by 3 with 11 seconds to go, and Jackson Mallory maybe making the biggest defensive play of the game on that last possession. Not only forcing a tough shot, but not being called for a foul, which the whistle's been blown all evening.
Yeah, and that was a huge defensive stop right there for Ottawa. Now, the goal is either get yourself out or run the timeout here.
Link to the floor pass is going to find Mallory, and a reach-in foul called on Murdoch with 9.7. And that has been the go-to for the Braves most of the year. And McDowell throwing that three-quarter court pass. Just everyone, you could feel everyone just take that big deep breath in as that ball left his hand. But 9.7 left. One make here from Mallory could potentially seal it. And the first one's good. As it does rattle in, looked like it was long, leaving his hand. Balde will come in as a defensive sub.
Rattles that one in, and that's a huge bucket there as the Braves reach 90 points once again here.
Second's going to go for Mallory. Joe Johnson III will check in. Braves up by 5. 9.7 to play. Haskins will come out. And Ottawa's going to take a timeout. They still have 3 of them. They'll use one here. As it will be a 30-second timeout. Bob, we'll go and just keep it here. But free throws all night. We'll see in the final stats where they finish. But down the stretch, Braves have only missed one here in the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, that's where the small things, like in football, they talk about the hidden yardage. Well, those are important things here in a game, especially that's going to be tight. Hitting those free throws, and that certainly has helped this Braves team. Casey, just to let you know, a little over 5 minutes to go, and actually we'll in the first half, but we'll double check here. Yeah, just a little over 5 minutes to go. Sterling with a 1-point lead on McPherson, 34-33. So Braves
Sterling team can score with anyone. I mean, we saw that here as they scored 82. Inbound will go to Pack, going the other way. Pack thinks about it, leaves it with Conley. Fadeaway 3 from Conley, long. Rebound by Joe Johnson III, and Ottawa's going to walk out of here with a win. 91-86 bounce back from that loss on Wednesday. Got everything they could handle from Friends, but they come out with a 5-point win in Wilson Fieldhouse.
Great job by Ottawa to regroup and come up with the win, and opens up some space at the top of the standings with Oklahoma Wesleyan falling. So, and especially if McPherson falls, you got a little more space.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk with head coach Aaron Siebenthaler. You're listening to Braves basketball at KLFO.
Okay, you know how it feels when you've saved enough for that long-awaited home edition? Now imagine an addition on that addition. Whoa. That's the feeling with Capital One, where a new savings account earns an interest rate 5 times the national average. That's right, 5 times, as represented by 5 times more singers. This is banking reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Rate comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
How do I love Best Fiends? Let me count the ways. Tons of cute characters, over 4,000 fun levels, feature film quality animations, and a sweet, heart-filled Valentine's Day theme. Oh, I'm in love.
Download the 5-star rated puzzle game Best Fiends for free from the App Store or Google Play today. That's Friends without the R. Best Fiends.
Play Best Fiends. Download free.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. 30% of Americans who are planning home improvements of $5,000 or more will pay for those renovations with a high-interest credit card. That may not be a great idea. A better idea may be to take cash out of your home with a Quicken Loans 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.23%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rates subject to change. Pay 2% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. And NMLS number 3030.
Braves win it by a final 91-86. We're joined by junior Mason McDowell. Mason tonight, 17 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. You got a couple guys tonight, big-size coachmen to go along with Shakur. You're able to take advantage, hit some shots from the outside, force them to come out on the perimeter. What did you see tonight that made you so successful?
I guess it was just that I was more aggressive than I have been. We did the same thing last year against Oklahoma Wesleyan and tried to spread the floor out when we have a big guy that's a good shot blockers. And it just happened, I just happened to be hitting shots tonight. And once I started hitting a couple outside, then I was able to go inside and hit a couple shots there. One thing we got to see in the second half is your passing ability. You got 2 and 1s for your teammates. And then the biggest one of the night, the length of the floor pass to Jackson Mallory. Have you always been a great passer, or is that something you've kind of developed over the last few years? I think I've always had a natural feel for passing. Since I was little, I was able to do this stuff. I was a point guard in middle school because of I was always the tallest guy, but I was playing point guard, so I've always had that ability, I think. Coming off a loss to Bethel on Wednesday night, your team battles back tonight, trailing early on. How big of a win is this for your team? I think it's pretty big for our confidence. I know a couple guys weren't working tonight, but we always have somebody that can get going, and I think once we get going down the end of the stretch here, we'll have everybody going and hit the hot streak at the right time. Well, Mason, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the win. Thank you. We'll get head coach Aaron Stiebenthal on the headset here shortly. Coach, a much different game than what we saw in Wichita. Friends battled most of the night. They put their defense to the test in the first half, but your team scores 53 in the second to win it by 5.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it sounds like we scored a lot of points, but we actually played some defense finally. That was, we were taken out of the net, so, you know, that was a toughness win, man. We didn't have our best stuff in the gym, you know, when we don't have, you know, the baseball team here and the cheerleaders here, you know, the gym isn't quite what we're used to, and we're kind of spoiled in that regard. You know, and this was a toughness win, and you got to win games like this when you don't have your best stuff if you want to win a conference title, and that's what we're playing for. Mason McDowell, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, a season high for him at the points total. But as I mentioned to him, it was his passing down the stretch. Got you a couple and ones, and the long pass to Jackson. I think his vision sometimes gets overlooked as one of his top qualities. No, he's probably the best passer on our team. The problem is he's really good at it, and so he tries to make the really tough ones once in a while. But that's, you know, Mason and Kyle are a big reason we went to the offense we're running, because those guys are both such good passers, whether it be at the top of the key, the high post, or in the post. So, you know, Mason, we started going to him because he showed a little 1-2 in there. He showed a little fire, and he you know, he battled in there. So, you know, when he's gonna play with that passion, that energy, we're gonna play through him. Have Avila come to town on Wednesday, a team that was up by as many as 24 in the first half up in Kansas City before Braves made the comeback. A team that can score a lot of points, lots of scores, has to be ready to go on Wednesday. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, you know, I'll tell you every time you bring up the next game, we're going to enjoy the heck out of this one this weekend, and we'll worry about Avila on Monday. You know, we've got 6 games left, and there's not an easy one on the schedule, so we'll get prepared for them. They got one of the best scorers in the country, not even in the conference, in Shandon Boone, and they got some other guys that can put it in the basket, so we have to be disciplined and ready to go. Well, you can enjoy this one, and you also enjoy the fact that Oklahoma Wesleyan lost tonight against Southwestern. Yep. So a 2-for-1 there. Well, Coach, we'll take it. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you on Wednesday. We'll take a break here. Listen to Braves basketball on KOFO.
Hi, this is Margie Hindeleiter from Bank Midwest. You'll often hear us say, this is where common sense lives. That means doing the little things, like knowing your name. And it means supporting Ottawa University. That should be common sense for how a bank does business. Bank Midwest, where common sense lives.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
Napa Know-How is a knowledgeable and friendly staff serving you in Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner. It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Don't just watch the big game tomorrow. Make it an experience you'll never forget at the Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party. Tomorrow from 4 to close, enjoy $2 games or lane rental for only $15 an hour, and shoe rental is free. And what would a party be without food? Primetime Grill has you covered with half-price bone-in chicken wings and drink specials. Fusion Alley and Primetime Grill Super Bowling Party with the big game on 41 screens tomorrow from 4 to close at 2204 South Princeton Circle Drive in South Ottawa. More food, more drinks, and more fun than you'll have anywhere else. When it's game time, it's prime time.
Braves get the win, 21-86 over the Friends University Falcons. They were led by Jaquan Daniels, 21 points, 6 rebounds. Nathan McDowell behind him, 17 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. Daniels also had 2 steals. Matt Balde with 7, Ryan Haskins 12 and 2 boards. Jackson Mallory with 4 and 5 assists. And his one rebound, maybe the biggest rebound of the game, as Friends finally missed a shot down the stretch, and Mallory was able to get the board. Gerald Bowie, 5 points and a rebound in just 12 minutes. Andre Jackson, 9 points, 6 boards. Lucas Zeman scores his first points of the season, 4 points and a rebound for him in 3 minutes. Joe Johnson III with 7 and Kyle Patrick with 5. Ottawa 44% from the floor. They make 8 threes and go to the foul line, make 29 out of 34 on the evening from the free throw line. And Bob, as we wrap this one up, gutsy win is probably the best way to call it on the night.
I would agree with that. A gutsy win. You knew you were coming in after a lackluster performance on Wednesday night. Things didn't get started the way you wanted it to. You didn't allow it to get yourself down, and you fight back and get a big win. And with the loss by Oklahoma Wesleyan, that certainly helps you out. And now you get set for the final stages of the season.
Gerald Bowie tonight finished with 5 points and a rebound with 12 points. This is back-to-back games. He's under 20. How important is it to come away with a win when your leading scorer has an off night?
I think it's huge. When you don't have that person that you've been relying on to play well, but you have somebody else step up like Mason McDowell did tonight. Jaquan Daniels had another great game. Coming off of what happened Wednesday night, when you had other players step up, it is huge because you know that someone can have an off night and someone else is going to be able to carry.
The new top 25 comes out on Wednesday before the matchup with Avila. Braves have lost a few games from the last time the standings came out, but they've had some big wins as well. If you're looking at the top 25, where do you think Ottawa might fall going into Wednesday?
That's a good question. I think you also have to take a look at who's above them and who's below them, depending upon what was done. To me, I think they should still fall somewhere between the 7 to 10 range.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll stretch it out maybe a little bit more to 13. But there has been some teams that have lost some games around the country. Morningside seems to be the only one that continues to keep it rolling. They're undefeated. They haven't lost a game in football or basketball this year. I think it's important, though, for Ottawa to not worry about the ranking at this point. You're 6 games away, and now sitting at right now, you have a 1-game lead. McPherson struggling with Sterling at the break. Sterling actually up 6 now with 17 seconds to go in the half. At the end of tonight, you could see yourself 1 game clear of Oklahoma Wesleyan and 2 games clear of McPherson. The one with McPherson is the one I like to keep a beat on because you play them the final game of the season. You don't see Oklahoma Wesleyan again. It is very important to try and keep at least a 2-game lead between you and Mac because they did win here in Wilson Fieldhouse.
Yeah, I think that's a big one to keep an eye on. But you also don't want to give Oklahoma Wesleyan any hope, so hopefully they stumble down the stretch. Of course, the schedule for both of those teams is quite stronger than what I think is ahead for Ottawa, because they still have to play each other.
Well, Ottawa plays, of their 6 games, 4 of the 5 teams at the bottom of the standings are in their matchup. So 4 of those 6. The other 2 will be against McPherson and then against Kansas Wesleyan, which K-Dub is currently streaking and playing very, very well. Much different team than what Ottawa saw earlier this year. So if Ottawa can continue to keep a 1 to 2 game gap going forward, I think that that magic number dwindling down might put some pressure on those other teams at the top.
I would absolutely agree with that. And I think as you take a look at that, as those other teams eat each other, that might help you out also and erase some of that magic number too.
Well, and personally, looking at what the conference tournament is going to turn out to, 1 through 6 or 7 could be your champion on Big Monday in Hartman Arena.
I would not be surprised to see that absolutely at all, and that's why, to me, I think it's important to get that regular season championship so you can get that ticket punched to the national tournament and not have to rely on the conference tournament or a possible at-large bid.
Braves improved to 20-4 on the year, 14-4 in the KCAC. That 14-4 mark was what Ottawa finished in 2007 when they won the regular season, just showing how many more games you have to play to get to a conference championship in the regular season. The KCAC, so difficult, but they get their 20th win of the year. It's been a long time since they got to 20. You have to go back to that 07-08 year. This feels like a special ball club, but you want to cap it off with a trip to the national tournament. It'd be nice to have KCAC regular season champion next to it.
Oh, I would agree with that completely. The one thing that this team has to do, though, is not get caught up in the hype or the headlines. They've got to find a way to rest. They've got to find a way to stay loose and still go out, have fun, and play their type of ball that they can. The one problem is these teams now are beginning to see a blueprint on how you can and how you could possibly beat the Braves. So they've got to kind of reinvent some of their things too.
Well, if they're going to take away Daryl Bowie and you've got other guys like Jaquan Daniels that's going to pick up the scoring, Mason McDowell as well, and Haskins continues to pour in his 12 to 14 tonight. I know Daryl, and he is a team guy. I know he's frustrated right now, not putting up the numbers and helping his team win, but they are winning games. The one on Wednesday was in their hands. You almost walked into Bethel and stole one there. But if they're going to win games, I think Daryl will be okay with scoring under 10 points as long as they come out with the W.
Oh, I would agree with that. Daryl is such a fighter and a guy who he takes pride in his game. He takes pride in going out on the court, giving a show, and helping his team win. So it's very frustrating for him to have an off night or an off couple of nights because there's just so much pride there.
We're going to go and wrap it up here from Wilson Fieldhouse. I want to thank Bob Johnson for all your help today, Bob. And for Larson Johnson back at the station. Braves back in action on Wednesday. They'll take on Avila here in Wilson Fieldhouse. Love to have you in attendance. We'll find out the Braves ranking on Wednesday afternoon, but they'll take on Avila next Wednesday, and then they will be at Hillsboro on Saturday to take on Tabor. Braves win it tonight by a final of 91-86 to improve to 14-4 in the KCAC, and currently have a 1-game lead in the KCAC standings. Have a wonderful night, everybody. You've been listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.